questions on redirect, sir. Prosecution, have any questions?
再直接尋問はこれで終わりであります。検察側に何か質問がございますか。
May the witness be excused from the dock, sir.
証人を被告席に帰らせてよろしゅうございますか。
証人は被告席にお帰りなさい。
That's the end of the individual case of TOJO.
これをもって東條被告の個人段階を終了いたします。
I now present the defense of General Umezu Yoshijiro. Neither the evidence introduced by the prosecution relating to this defendant, nor the evidence which the defendant is in consequence called upon to adduce in his own behalf justifies any elaborate opening of the case. I shall therefore proceed directly with the evidence. I offer first defense document number 2954, the affidavit of Ayabe Kentaro, whose production for cross-examination I understand not to be desired.
All right. Will you, reporter on the floor, repeat Mr. Blakeney's last statement, please?
Latter part.
Latter. Yes. Thank you.
ではこれから梅津被告の個人立証段階を始めます。まず第一に、安倍健太郎証人の宣誓公共書を提出いたします。検察側によって本証人の出廷は必要ないとのことであります。Иванов,
Ваша честь, обвинение возражает против третьего пункта афидавита Аяби Кентара, потому что в начале этого пункта свидетель приводит свое личное заключение, основанное на слухах. Ссылка же в конце этого пункта на выступление Умэдзу в 1937 году на 70-й сессии парламента относится к второстепенным доказательствам. Трибунал же справедливо отдавал всегда предпочтение лучшим доказательствам.
Your Honor, the prosecution objects to paragraph 3 of the affidavit of Ayabe Kentara, inasmuch as at the beginning of this paragraph, the witness submits his own personal conclusion based on hearsay. As to the allusion to Umezu's speech in 1937 at the 17th session of the Diet, at the end of this paragraph, we submit that it is secondary evidence. The tribunal has always preferred, for quite fair reasons, to get best evidence, which in this case would be to present an excerpt from respective minutes of the Diet session.
Do you swear to state, according to your conscience and truth, not to conceal anything from, nor to add anything whatever to the truth?
証人は自己の良心と正に従い、真実に照らし何事をも黙秘せず、また真実に対し何事をも付加することなく表現をなすことを誓約しました。
After second. Mr. President, the witness Nishio has been sworn and signed the oath of witness.
Shonin, 声明を申し立ててください。
西尾敏三。
証人に弁護側文書2908号を渡してください。そして証人、手元の文書を調べて、果たしてそれがあなたの宣誓公給書であるかどうか、そしてあなたが署名捺印したものであるかどうかを申し立ててください。
This is my affidavit.
その内容は真実かつ正確でありますか？
Yes.
弁護側文書2908号の宣誓を証拠として提出します。
それの条件付きで受理します。
8 will receive exhibit number 3691.
弁護側文書2908号は法定書3691号とします。
I read the exhibit, which, omitting formal parts, is as follows. I state herein the circumstances within the Army at that time. At that time, the Chief of the General Staff was Prince Kanin, the War Minister was General Terauchi, and the Inspector General of Military Education was General Sumiyama. General Umezu was the Vice Minister of War. Among the central authorities of the Army, there were strong opinions in opposition to General Unaki's cabinet formation. At that time, after the 26th of February incident, the central authorities of the Army intended and endeavored for the enforcement of internal control of the Army. However, much misunderstanding was prevalent about General Unaki in the form of rumors regarding the so-called March incident. Therefore, once the news of General Unaki's cabinet formation was known, officers in minor positions, below chiefs of sections and bureaus, opposed his formation of a cabinet, and circumstances looked quite serious. I conferred with Umezu, the Vice Minister of War, about this problem, considering the necessity of controlling the whole Army. Both I and General Umezu had goodwill for General Unaki and were not opposed personally to his forming a cabinet. We strictly prohibited any undercurrents in the Army. After that, the problem was handled by Generals Terauchi and Sumiyama. Though, as no consultation was had by them with their subordinates, I did not know of the fact at first, I was told that the generals visited Unaki and explained the serious circumstances of the Army, requesting him to reconsider the matter of his cabinet formation. 2. When I was Chief of Staff of the Guangdong Army, Lieutenant General Umezu was the commander of the China garrison. When War Minister Hayashi came to Xinking for an inspection of Manchuria at the end of May 1935, the Guangdong Army reported to him the circumstances at that time. Commander Umezu also was called to Xinking by the minister to report, and saw him. At that time, I also met Commander Umezu. The meeting, however, did not go beyond a mere greeting, and no conference was had with the Guangdong Army with respect to policies, etc.
Ivanov, 大佐。
Свидетель, вы упоминаете в своем афидевите, что ранее были начальником штаба Квантунской армии.
Witness, you mention in your affidavit that you were formerly Chief of Staff of the Kwantun Army.
Не был ли почти весь этот период командующим Квантунской армией генерал Минами, упоминания о котором вы избегаете в своем афидевите?
Wasn't General Minami, whose name you avoid to mention in your affidavit, commanding general of the Kwantun Army during practically the whole of this period?
最初の約1年は士官大将が軍司令官、第2年目のからの南大将であった。
The commanding general of the Kwangtung Army for the first year was General Hishikari.
In your affidavit, you likewise do not mention the meeting of General Umezu with General Minami in May 1935 in Sinking. Don't you know about this meeting?
特別な会見があったということを承知しておりません。
I'm not in